We're here. I'm Veer Von Wright, and this is Grafikmetal's annual end of the year best albums of 2024. This one being rock, also blues, jazz, indie, experimental. This is the softest version of all the genres, no particular order. If you want to see our entire Grafikmetal's ranked list of the top 240 albums across all the subgenres, then in addition being able to see the actual scoring for all the albums and where they fit in the entire ranking from 1 to 240, you can buy our Grafikmetal 2024 in review digital book. Okay, enough. Let's get to the list. This is Grafikmetal's favorite rock albums of 2024 in no particular order.
The Soul of the Fabulous Courettes by the Courettes, a goth rock blues album released on September 27th. Lost in Another World. This trip back to a 50s diner, sitting at a booth on a date with the boy or girl next door is wickedly fun. Its great strength lies in its simplicity. Got a quarter? Press C27.
Tiptoed around, can't quite meet you in the middle.
Chorus by Midlife, a jazz/rock album released on March 1st. Impeccable chemistry here down under with some funky, warm, and earthy vibes that make it feel very relatable, despite being pretty trippy and experimental. It finds the right balance between form and function in its dedication to that jazz approach of just going with the flow. Where's My Utopia by Yard Act, a post-alternative punk rock album released on March 1st. This sophomore British rock album is wickedly fun, be it to listen to, read, or even dance to. Think of them as the more poppy version of Idols. Midas by Wunderhorse, a grunge rock album released on August 30th. Nostalgic 90s grunge with warmth while dripping with personality and attitude. It may come off as simple, but really it just does a great job of knowing when to take inspiration and when to break the cycle. Slater, who is also the actor that played Paul Cook in the recent TV show based on the Sex Pistol, has a killer voice that might make you think of York. Champion the Wunderhorse, yeehaw! Got a Story to Tell? By The Sacred Souls, a blues soul rock album released on October 4th. It's alright. Don't be afraid. Just let your soul go and fly freely. I'm so glad I found you, baby. Mid-Spiral by Bad Bad Not Good, a jazz rock album released on July 30th. Sees the band head back to their smoking bar jazz roots while experimenting with a myriad of ideas that fuses psychedelia, soul, funk, and hip-hop. Come for the soul-soothing vibe and the urge to get on the dance floor and let your freak flag fly. Dream Is All We Know by the Lemon Twigs, a rock album released on May 3rd. A band that has been around now for a few years and is an absolute must for anyone who misses the Beatles or just classic 60s rock in general.
So tell me how you're gonna be. She's acting like she owned you, dethroned you, but nothing in the world is free. Now say I need a tailor.
No Name by Jack White, a blues rock album released on July 19th. Jack decides this time to strip down and focus on what his God-given gift is, creative riffing. I like to think of him as a guitarist. This is the white that oozes charisma, attitude, and energy. It's the bluesy, angsty punk rocker in him. Hotel La Rut by Joanna Wang, a art rock album released on May 7th. Gasp! That plastic bag is watching me! Not for everyone, but respect what I call heart art. This is when a true artist just wears their heart on their sleeve. Sure, it's rough around the edges, but that just makes it all that much more appealing and relatable, and that story is frickin' hilarious. Precious Dream by Mdou, Moctar, an African rock album released on May 21st. One of those you have to be in the right headspace for. Coming via a small village in central Nigeria and uses what is called the takamba and asuf playing styles. So think offbeat rhythms with an emphasis on flair and tradition. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen, who Mdou was inspired by. Filthy Underneath by Nadine Shah, an art rock jazz album released on February 23rd. For those lonely, scared, or angry, poetry is Nadine's voice, and it will hit you hard like blood simmering in the stark darkness of a rundown alleyway. Amy Winehouse, rest in peace. Fiona Apple or Tom Watts come to mind. A Modern Day Distraction by Bugg, a blues rock album released on October 4th. He's got the joker, not the ace. Sometimes you just crave a cigarette. Wait, I mean smile. Pop this one on for, well, take your pick from either the 60s or the 90s British blues rock. It's just a good time, mate. Chimera by Orgōne, a blues soul rock album released on February 9th. If you plan to practice the dark arts, may this be your soundtrack. Picture yourself at two different parties at the same time. One of them is dreamy and funky like Cali. The other is filthy and smoky like Bourbon Street. Regardless, it's another disc that's just great for the soul. Ohio Players by The Black Keys, a blues rock album released on April 5th. Not everyone was digging this evolution. Known for their rugged blues rock, this one saw them evolve and experiment with style trends of today. But we'll argue this becomes the album's charm and greatness because it allowed this duo to write an album with way more depth and variety than they've ever done before. The New Sound by Geordie Greep, an art rock jazz prog album released on October 4th. Witty, fresh, and extremely relevant. Indeed, a new sound is born. Not only is this special, it's a debut by just a 25-year-old British kid. Damn, Georgie, I curtsy you. The Mess We Seem to Make by Crawlers, a grunge pop rock album released February 16th. For the broken heart within us all. Sure, it's melancholy and hazy, but they managed to take seemingly meaningless moments of our lives and make them somehow important. Here's to being a teenager. Flight B741 by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, a blues rock album released on August 9th. The band that just won't stop. This time jumping on a Boeing B741 wooden aircraft and flying out to hang out with pigs at a barn to play country fried rock and roll. Besides being their most successful album to date, its charm is in their decision to record the songs as a jam session while using inexpensive solid-state amps. Precious Dream by Hot Garbage, a post-art industrial rock album released on January 19th. It's not garbage, it's hot garbage. This is a driving at night sort of album, sonically driven by the dark post-punk rhythmic pace while leveraging the vibe of stoner rock and the vocal distortion of industrial rock. Songs of a Lost World by The Cure, a gothic rock album released on November 1st. The most lovable emo band ever? Respect to the legends who decided to come back and remind the world that it's okay to be deep, emotional, and introspective. After all, are we human? And aren't we beautiful in our chaotic mess? Prelude to Ecstasy by The Last Dinner Party, a goth indie pop rock album released on February 2nd. Undoubtedly, the band with the best shot at reaching to the mainstream. Just hope they don't lose sight of this edgy, artistic personality they got going.
And that was the collection. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, it was just merely a collection of some of our favorite albums. If you want the entire ranked Graphic Metal's top 240 albums of 2024 of rock and metal across all of the subgenres, plus the actual album scoring and where they fall ranked from 1 to 240, get our book, the Graphic Metal 2024 in Review digital book here. Plus, you get that warm and cozy feeling of knowing that you help support this channel, so this way we can build strong into the next year, which we have big plans for in 2025. I hope you had a great 2024 and good start to the next year. Until then, I'm Veer Von Wright, and you've been watching Graphic Metal. Cheers, keep on rocking.